Have you been thinking, ugh, I don't want to be on Instagram. I hate Instagram. If so, keep watching. Hello everyone! Welcome to Art Business with Ness. I'm Ness and I'm a professional illustrator. First of all, new haircut, new studio. It has been a while. I've been really busy the past few months focusing on my career, on the move, on setting up this new studio space. I'm really excited to show you. I decked it out with some new studio lights. We have a new microphone. And as soon as we finish painting, I'm going to be able to remove this sheet in the background too. It's going to be amazing. But enough talk. Let's jump into the video. Right before we do that, you know the drill. If you're new here and you want to see more videos like this, then make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit the little bell. The bell sends you a notification every time I upload a new video, and this way you're sure that you won't miss any of the advice. All right, let's talk about Instagram. Instagram is really one of those things that you either love it or you hate it. Something that I hear from artists all of the time is, I don't want to be on Instagram. I hate Instagram so much. Do I have to be on Instagram to succeed as an illustrator? And if that's you, look, I feel you. I really, really do. Instagram has become increasingly more and more discouraging over the years. It used to be that on Instagram, you could just post whatever illustration, tag it with hashtag illustration, and the next day you'd wake up to like 100 likes and 10 new followers. But I'm sure you know, unfortunately, it doesn't work like that anymore. Instagram has become really, really saturated over the years because every artist and their grandmother is on there. And all of your followers also follow hundreds of other accounts. For that reason, it's said that only about 10% of your own followers even see your new posts. So it's very hard to reach even your own followers, let alone reaching new people. This can really feel like screaming into the void and no one is listening. For us as artists, this can also take quite a serious toll on our self-esteem. Plus, the algorithm is ever hungry for more and more posts. So in order to grow your account, you need to keep making new content consistently and regularly. This all takes a lot of time, and not all of us has the inclination to put this much time and effort into a social media platform. So right off the bat, I want to reassure you, if you hate Instagram, no, you don't have to be on Instagram in order to be successful as an illustrator. Phew! Instagram is just one of many strategies that you can use to find work as an illustrator. And honestly, I wouldn't even say that it's the best strategy out there. Don't get me wrong, it can work and it can be a great help to your career. But even if you do decide to use Instagram, it should never be the only strategy that you use. And if you can't stand Instagram, you certainly don't have to use it. There are so many other things that you can do instead. So let's go over some pros and cons of using Instagram as a strategy to find work. First of all, let's start with the pros. Pro number one, it allows people to find you. Although it can take a very long time to build a large Instagram account, once it has grown to quite a big size, then art directors can find you by themselves without you having to reach out to them. And this is very attractive because who wants to reach out to art directors? It's scary. It's much nicer to wake up in the morning to a new email in your inbox from an art director who found you by themselves. So yes, having a successful Instagram account can automate your process of finding new opportunities. Pro number two, engage with the community. Artists love hanging out with other artists. I know I do. And we also love to show our art that we work so hard on. On Instagram, we get to have our own little online gallery show where we get to show our art, receive comments on it, and interact with other artists. Pro number three, build a fan base. Instagram is not just for finding freelance clients. Other artists or art enthusiasts can find you and become some of your biggest fans. And this can help you a lot down the line if you decide to open an art shop or self-publish a book or launch a Kickstarter, etc. When that time comes, it's super helpful to have this big fan base of people who love your art and who you can sell your products to. But not everything is rosy on Instagram. Let's talk about some of the cons. Con number one, it's a passive method. On Instagram, you can't choose who sees your work and you can't choose who ends up contacting you. I often say that using Instagram for your career is a whole lot like going to the bar all dressed up and sitting at the counter and waiting for someone to hit on you. Sure, that can work, but you don't have any control on who approaches you, if they're going to be your type or not, all of that stuff. Plus, if no one approaches you all night, you might end up feeling very silly. If you've been watching some of my other videos, then you must know that I'm a big fan personally of active strategies, because they give you a lot of control over your career. With active strategies, you can take the power into your own hands and decide who you want to work with and who you want to reach out to. That's something that you can't do on Instagram. Con number 2, it takes so much time. Instagram is a huge time sink. It's one of the biggest issues with it. It can take years to build your account to the point where art directors can find you organically. And even then, it will still take a lot of time, day in, day out, to maintain that account to that level. Sometimes it really feels like Instagram is a full-time gig in and of itself. And as far as a return on investment for your time spent, Instagram is not the most efficient. Let's say, to give just random numbers, for every 1 hour put into the platform, you might get $1 back. But with some other strategies, you can put in 1 hour and get $10 back. So Instagram is one of those strategies where it does take a lot of time to get actually little results. And con number 3, mental strain. This doesn't apply to everyone, but it is very common for our artists or everyone else to report that using Instagram is actually quite a big strain on their mental health. This could be because of the amount of effort that it takes. It could be because the platform leads you to compare yourself to other artists who you might see as more successful than you. Or it could be because the algorithm is feeding you harmful content. Or it could be all of the above. Whatever it is, if Instagram makes you sad or depressed or negatively affects your self-esteem, then that's definitely a huge con. So whether or not you should use Instagram really depends one person to another. It depends on what's the right fit for you. For anyone who's listening to this and has decided, you know what, I don't want to spend a lot of time on Instagram, in just a minute, I'm going to share my special lazy Instagram strategy. But right before we jump into that, I'm really curious to know, where do you fall on this? Did you recognize yourself more in the pros or in the cons? After watching this video, does this confirm to you that yes, you really want to keep using Instagram? Or is it making you reevaluate whether you should stay on the platform or not? Whatever it is, I'd really like to know your opinion on this, so go in the comments and let me know. So now it's time for my lazy Instagram strategy. Because even if you've decided that you don't really want to be on Instagram, simply deleting the app might not be the best way to go. It's kind of a weird fact of life that Instagram is so widely used in the industry that if you don't have one, it might actually seem a bit odd to people. But don't despair, because there is a huge difference between simply having an Instagram account and consistently using an Instagram account. What I recommend doing is simply using your Instagram page just like you would a normal portfolio. That way, if people are searching for you on there, then they will find your page. They can see some of your best work on there. And most importantly, they will have a link directly to your website and to your contact information. Once or twice a year, you can log in and add a few more of your newest pieces, but you don't have to be active every week or every month at all. This is how I use my own Instagram art account right now. It's really more of a landing page so that if people are looking for me, they're going to find me, because I still get a lot of website clicks coming from Instagram every month. So I do know that it's worth keeping that landing page on Instagram, even if I'm not active on it. So that's my lazy Instagram strategy. And what I love most about it is that it gives you so much free time to explore other strategies to make your career blossom. My personal favorite strategy is to reach out to art directors directly by email. This is the method that I teach in my art business bootcamp courses. If you're interested, I'm going to leave a link in the description. I also have a free guide if you would like to check that out. It's called 7 Surprising Ways to Find Clients. And none of those ways are Instagram. So if you're interested, what else I can do beside Instagram, this free guide could give you a lot of different ideas. I'll leave the link to that in the description as well. And if you're watching this video thinking, you know what, I really do love Instagram and I really want to stay on there, but I'd like to learn some strategies to grow it more efficiently and more intentionally, then watch out for next week's video, because I'm going to go in deep and talk about strategies that work today, like video content and stuff like that. things that we can do as artists to take advantage of the algorithm and get our artwork shown to the most people possible. So that will be the next video. Stay tuned for that. But until then, that's it for me today. Thank you so much for being here and for watching this video. I hope that you enjoy it. And if you did, then don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to help our small channel grow. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.